showed up late today?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Sorry. So yeah, okay. So in 2009, you guys were support for Agnostic Front, and now you're playing Ieperfest. How do you feel about this?
It's awesome. I mean, anytime we get a chance to hit the road, or especially when we get to tour with bands that we've liked for a long time, it's always cool, you know. So to be here is awesome, and when we tour with Agnostic Front was just as cool. So any chance we get to hit the road is awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. So you're from Boston. You're from Boston, where the famous hardcore scene is, known for its brutality. Have you been to shows there?
The city, yeah, of course.
What was it like?
Shows to say like now, or when we were younger, or what?
Yeah, like
Just anytime?
Yes, anytime.
I saw Blood for Blood when I was 14 in Boston. It was still to this day probably one of the coolest shows I've ever been to. So it's about that tall, and
Yes.
yeah, it was cool. So I mean, growing up around seeing bands like that, and some of the other bigger bands to come out of Boston, it's just been awesome. You know what I mean? It's kind of given us motivation to do what we do.
Yeah, I mean, we've played quite a few shows and stuff like that. I think sometimes Boston has like this sort of dark cloud around it, like people think it's like the shows are like insane and it's like this crazy stuff going on. But it's like we have a lot of really good bands that have come out, but it's not necessarily like I hate when people like talk about how they would be like afraid to go to a show. It's not like that, So I don't know. But there's definitely a lot of good bands. I'm definitely pretty proud of where we're from.
Yeah.
So,
So it's completely overrated when it comes to the brutality of the Boston hardcore scene.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think in any aspect it is what you make it. You know what I mean? You're there to have a good time, and that's all that counts. You know, you're there for the music and for the bands, and that's what it should be about.
Yeah.
it's a great city otherwise.
So there aren't any incredible stories about the Boston scene.
It's a great place to grow up. A lot of awesome bands, and it's really.
We have a lot of stories that we're not going to tell
we
you.
keep tight-lipped.
Oh, tell me just one.
No,
Just one.
I
we
tell
can't.
you.
Why?
We gotta tap into the memory bank, and it's gonna take a while.
My mother would kill me if she ever saw this.
Okay,
And I
okay.
told some stories, okay?
Okay.
I'm sorry, Ma.
Okay, so imagine you could play in the band of your dreams. Which band would this be?
The Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh,
Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken, Kevin
Dude, I quit.
I'm just kidding. You know what? I'd say Black Sabbath.
really?
Yo, dude, come on. I'd say Black Sabbath.
Alright, if we were in
Yeah,
That's my
Sabbath,
favorite
that'd be
band.
cool.
That's my favorite band. Yeah. I'd
What's
say
your
Black Sabbath.
favorite band?
I got a lot of favorite bands, but that'd be rad to be in Sabbath.
Black
Really?
Sabbath.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Except if we had long hair, it just wouldn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, he's got red hair,
You
so.
can get extensions.
I mean, what do you
Never
think?
in a million years.
I'm starting to grow a ponytail in right now. It's kind of, I don't know.
Or
What do
almost.
you think? Can you see it coming in?
Yes,
Okay. How's it look?
it's okay. Looks great.
first met you.
Yes, you're almost there.
Yeah.
Almost.
That's sick.
You can bring them back together.
Black Sabbath, absolutely.
Yes, the last question already. Which bands do you want to see on the festival today?
I think so. Unfortunately, some of the bands that we really wanted to see are playing tomorrow. Today's the last day of our tour. We've been out for about a month, so it's time for us to go home tonight. So I think some of the bands we were really looking forward to are actually playing tomorrow. We won't get a chance to see them, but we've either played with them or we've seen them before, either in Boston or somewhere else on the road. So overall, I think there's a lot of great bands. So just to be here is awesome, and to share the stage with some really cool bands for this weekend is fucking great.
Oh yeah.
That was 15
Okay.
minutes?